YOGAdaptive session here live on Facebook for all of my YOGAdaptive folks. YOGAdaptive is a style of yoga that was born here at Rescue Yoga out of a need for a handful of Parkinson's survivors, and a physical therapist came in and started working with them and helping us learn what exactly their bodies were needing in order to help them move forward and actually build strength and stability in their bodies instead of decay. So we are going to get started today, and one of the things that you're going to need is a chair. That's it. Possibly two. I would say 2 chairs. So maybe head on into your kitchen, or if you're using a chair in your living room, maybe an ottoman or a coffee table would something that you could put your feet up on. So head on into wherever you have 2 things to put your, one for your booty and one for your feet, and we will get started. All right, so I'm glad that you all are joining me today. And we'll just get comfortable on sitting on our chair. Sitting up nice and tall, and I'd like for you to close your eyes and bring your right hand on your heart and bring your left hand on your belly right around your navel area. As you inhale, I want you to fill up your chest first, and then exhale, release that breath. Maybe close your eyes and just feel this happening. Inhale, just breathing into your chest. And exhale, releasing. And one more time. Inhale, feel the chest expand. And exhale, release. Now this time I want you to inhale, fill up your chest as much air as you can. And then keep breathing in, but fill up your belly. Feel that belly expand forward, and then exhale, let all of it out. And we'll do it again. Inhale, fill up just the chest first. Then continue breathing in, filling up the belly. And then exhale fully. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, fill up the chest first. Then inhale, fill up the belly. And then exhale, let everything out. Hey, Rosemary, glad to have you join us today. So this time, inhale, fill up the belly and the chest at the same time. Notice how slow it is. And then exhale slowly. We'll do that again. Inhale, belly and the chest fill at the same time. Really take your time here. And then exhale, let that breath out. One more time. Inhale, filling up the chest and the belly together. Hey, Sandy, how are you? And exhale, release. Now this time, just fill up the belly. Ignore the chest. Inhale, fill up the belly. Once you're full, exhale. We'll do it again. Inhale, just fill up the belly. And fully exhale. Even a slight contraction through the navel. And one more. Inhale, filling up the belly. And exhale, emptying the belly. Good. Now this time we're going to bring our hands and we're going to set them on our rib cage. So right at our sides, and as you inhale, I want you to feel these parts of your body expand outward to the sides, okay? So take a deep breath in and try to isolate the rib cage. Once it won't move any further, exhale, and then slightly contract at the abs and feel those ribs draw in towards the midline. Again, inhale, filling up the ribs, even feeling the floating ribs expand outward. And as you exhale, slight contract in the belly, drawing everything into the midline. 2 more like that. Inhaling. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So right here, bringing those arms down to the sides. And we're going to start to sweep those hands forward. We'll start with the left hand first. As you inhale, sweep that left arm forward and up. Feel that side of the chest expand open. And then exhale, bring it back down. We'll do the other side. Inhale, that right arm sweeps open and up. Really take your time to fill up that lung. And then exhale, bring it back down. Switching sides. Inhale, that left arm back up. And exhale, bringing it down. And then the right arm, inhaling up. And exhale, bringing it back down. One more time on each side. Inhale, taking that left arm forward and up. And exhale, bringing it down. And then the other arm, inhale, forward and up. And exhaling down. Good. So this time we'll turn the palms forward, and we'll do both hands at the same time, but they're going to go out to our sides. So as you inhale, nice and slow, sweep those arms up, keeping the shoulders back and down. And as you exhale, bring those arms back down to your sides. So if the arms don't go up all the way, that's fine. If one goes up higher than the other, that's okay too. Inhale, sweep those arms up as high as you comfortably can. Maybe a little bit of strain, but no pain. And then lower back down. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweeping those arms up. Now feel your shoulder blades swinging open right here as the arms go up. And then as you exhale, feel those shoulder blades swing back down and close, sitting on your upper back. Now this time, inhale, sweep those arms open and up. As you exhale, we're going to bend at the elbows, bringing them down to our waistline. So your hands are outside of your view. If you're looking straight forward, you can't see your hands out to your sides. Okay? Now, if the arms don't go back that far and your hands are here and you can't see them, do what you can. Inhale, we'll take those arms, reach them up, trying to keep those arms back as far as we can, and then exhale, sliding them back down. So imagine you're standing up against a wall behind you and you're just taking the arms up and down. Inhale, sliding those arms back up. Great. And exhale, pulling those arms back down. Good. Now this time, inhale, reach your arms straight out to the sides. As you exhale, I want you to bring your hands together in front of you. If they don't touch, that's okay. Do what you can. Inhale, take those arms, open them up wide. If you need to have your elbows soft, please do. And then exhale, bringing those hands back together. As we warm up through the arms and shoulders, you'll feel your body start to warm up too. Inhale, opening. And exhale, bringing the hands together. Good. Now this time, inhale. Bring those arms all the way out to the side. As you exhale, release them down. Good. If you need to roll your shoulders a couple of times, go right ahead. Good. So feeling how lubricated and smoothed out that shoulder movement is here. All right, so we're going to work a little bit with our legs. If you want to, and you're concerned with maybe falling out of your chair, you can always have another chair handy nearby. You can use a chair with arms on it, or you can sit back in your chair so that you feel the seat back, if that's more comfortable for you. Now, some of us, when we sit back in the chair, and our feet are on the floor, so we might have to find a little common ground between the two. Maybe putting the feet up on top of something just a little bit so that they have something stable to rest on. All right, so you can bring your hands on your hips or you can hang onto your chair, whichever you like. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to draw your navel back. It's almost like a little crunch right here. Now inhale, fill up the chest and the belly. Feel that navel relax and expand open. Exhale, contract at the navel, really drawing the front of your hip bones in towards the midline. Do you feel that contraction, the lower abdominal transversus? Yeah, inhale. And we'll do it again. Exhale, draw the navel back as the front of the hip bones pull in towards one another. Good. And then inhale, release. Now this time, we're going to exhale, contract at the navel, draw the hip bones in towards one another, and stay there. Inhale. Notice how the breath all goes into the chest? I know. And then exhale, can you contract a little harder through your abs? Yeah. Now sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale, contract one more time through the abs. Do you feel your glutes trying to engage too? I know, isn't that crazy? And then inhale, relax. And exhale, release. Awesome. All right, so we'll bring our hands to the hips. You're always welcome to hang on to the chair if you need to, but take a deep breath in. As you exhale, contract your navel, draw it back and in, and lift your right foot up off the floor. And then inhale, release. Now exhale, contract the navel, and pick your left foot up off the floor. And inhale, release. Keep going. Exhale, pick that right foot up. Inhale, release. Exhale, pick the left foot up. And inhale, release. One more time on each side. Exhale, pick that foot up. Inhale, release. And then exhale, pick that other foot up. And release. Good. So we're going to work with those arms, shall we? Your right hand can stay wherever. The hip, the chair, wherever it makes sense for you. But we're going to have our left arm, it's going to come out to the side. All right? So deep breath in. As you exhale, that arm is going to come across the body, touching that opposite knee. On the inhale, bring it all the way back up. So that's what's going on with the arm. What's going on with the leg is we exhale, pick the foot up off the floor, the hand and the knee come together, and then inhale, release back down. Again, same side. Exhale, pick the foot up, touch the knee, and inhale, release. Again, exhale, touching the knee, and inhale, release. Last one, exhale, and inhale. And go ahead and release that arm to the side. If you need to rub out that hip right there, or the quad, go right ahead. We're going to go to the other side, all right? So sitting up nice and tall, you can have that left hand on your hip or on the chair. Don't put it on the floor. I almost said floor. If you put it on the floor, we might have a problem. So Taking the right arm, bringing it out to the side. Spread your fingers out nice and wide so we have lots of energy moving up that arm right here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, that hand's going to come over and touch the knee. Good. On the inhale, bring it back up. So that's the arm. On the exhale, bring that arm over, pick the foot up and touch the knee. And inhale, release. Again, exhale, draw the navel back to lift that knee. And inhale, release. 2 more. Exhale and inhale. And last one, exhale and inhale. And go ahead and relax that arm down. If you need to rub out that quadricep right here, go right ahead. When we move really slow, we don't have to do as many. If we were moving fast and it was more like calisthenics, we would actually wear ourselves out by breathing hard and breathing fast. Whereas this way, we can actually wear ourselves out by muscle contraction. All right. So right here, we're going to do the same thing except we're going to alternate sides. If you need to stay with one side, stay with one side, bring it up, and then come to the other side. Okay? So there's options for you. If you have and you're interested in the challenge, maybe you take the both arms up at the same time. It's totally up to you, whichever one you want to do. But we're going to move nice and slow. So take a deep breath in. We'll start with the left hand first. As you exhale, the left hand comes to the right knee. And inhale, release. Other side, exhale. And inhale, release. Other side, exhale. And inhale. Other side, exhale. And inhale. One more time each way. Exhale. And inhale. And last one. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Go ahead and release those arms down. We're going to separate our feet a little wider. If you wanted to scooch back in your chair, you could. So we'll bring the hands onto the knees. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine. And as we exhale, we'll lean forward between those knees with the belly. And then use your hands to press yourself back up. We'll do that again. Exhale as we lean forward. And inhale, lifting back up. Try to keep a nice long spine. Exhale as we lean forward. This is a really good stretch for the hips. And inhale, lifting back up. And one more time. Exhale, leaning forward. And coming all the way back up. Nice job. All righty, right. So bringing those feet back in towards one another. Now that we're kind of warmed up, we're going to do a few sun salutations here. I'm going to move my chair out to the side just a little bit so I don't whack it. Alrighty, so sitting up nice and tall. As we inhale, sweep the arms open and up. On the exhale, we're going to hinge forward over those legs and let the hands reach down towards the floor. On our next inhale, we'll slide the hands up towards our knees. Nice long spine. And then exhale, folding back over. Nice stretch through the low back. Arms open wide. Inhale, lift the arms all the way back up. As you exhale, bring the arms down to the sides and let the hands come together at the heart. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms open and up. On the exhale, hinge forward at the hip crease. I'm so sorry if you just had your lunch. Inhale, lifting up halfway so the hands come to the knees, nice long spine. And exhale, fold all the way back over. And this time, arms open wide. Inhale, lift all the way back up. And exhale, bring the hands down and let them close at the heart. Last one. Inhale, sweep those arms open and up. On the exhale, we'll hinge forward over those legs. Hands slide up the shins to the knees. Inhale, lift here. Nice long spine. And exhale, folding over. Arms open wide. Inhale, come all the way back up. And this time, exhale, close your hands at your heart. Alrighty. So right here, as you inhale, reach those arms straight up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to twist to the right and let the arms fall. One might come to your knee, one might come to the chair behind you. And then inhale, reach those arms all the way back up, turn to the center. And exhale, turn the other way. Good. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale, twist to the right. Your head might turn and look over that right shoulder. And then inhale, come back up to the center. And exhale, turn to the left, maybe looking over that left shoulder. One more time in each direction. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, stack those vertebrae, and exhale, twist. Last one here. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, twist. Nice. This time, inhale, take those arms, go all the way up, come to the center. As you exhale, let the hands come behind your head. So trying to keep the elbows nice and wide. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring those elbows towards one another in front of you. If they touch, awesome. If they don't, that's awesome. And then inhale, open those elbows up wide. Exhale, bring the elbows together. And inhale, open up wide. And one more. Exhale, elbows towards one another. And inhale, back open. You can go ahead and relax those arms to the sides. Now roll your shoulders again, just like we did in the beginning. Does it feel smoother? Probably does. For me, it's not clicking and popping. All right. So relaxing, we're going to separate our feet a little wide. And your knees can be out. We want to make sure that they're pointed in the same direction as our toes. Now, if you have something going on in your spine, like some scoliosis, maybe you have a side that curves a little bit more than the other, or maybe you have a bulging disc or something, be very mindful of how this is feeling, because something that feels funny now could be kind of tragic in the morning. So we want to make sure that we stay nice and long to our spine, rather than collapsing over on that spine, okay? All right, so we have options. You can bring your right hand to your right knee. You can bring the forearm down to the thigh, so long as we're not like slumpasana over on that leg. We want to stay very active. All right, so here's something that I've been doing lately. Is my feet have a trouble getting to the floor, so I've been putting a block up underneath my foot as I do this, and so it actually brings my knee up a little bit higher, and I'm getting a nice deep stretch on the inside of that thigh. So if that's something that, like Rosemary and Sandy, because we're short, if that's something that serves you, then maybe that's an option for you. Certainly if you're taller, that wouldn't be necessary. All right, so the forearm is on the thigh and the back is still nice and long. We're going to work with that left arm. As you inhale, we're going to sweep that arm up overhead. I want you to look up at it if you can. As you exhale, we're going to bend that elbow and pull it back behind as you turn your head down and look at your right knee. Inhale, reach that arm up overhead. Yeah, this is good for our neck, I know. Exhale, pull that elbow down and look down at that knee. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, reaching that arm up. And exhale, pulling it back. time, inhale, reach that arm up, stretch long, still keeping the spine long. And as you exhale, sweep that hand around behind you, and can you grab the chair? Where is it? There it is. All right. Now here, use that hand to pull you all the way back up. Nice job. All right. So if you have the block under the foot, we're going to bring it around to that other side. And we'll go in the opposite direction. Right here, you can leave the hand on the knee, or you can bring the forearm to the thigh, whichever you choose. So this is like the seated version of our Captain Morgan stretch that we do. I really like it, but anyway. All right, so the spine stays nice and long rather than collapsing over. All right, so being mindful of your spine, and if it's feeling a little tweakish, then maybe you just come up and you're just doing one of these, okay? All right, so forearm maybe. And we'll bring that hand, the right hand, around behind us. On the inhale, we're going to sweep that arm up, and we might look at it. As you exhale, we'll bend at the elbow, pull it back behind us, and look down at your left knee. Inhale, sweeping that arm up, nice and slow, looking up, if that works. And exhale, pulling that elbow back and down, looking down. 2 more. Inhale, sweeping that arm up. And exhale, pulling the elbow back, turning the head away from that arm, getting a nice stretch through that neck, through the shoulder area. 1 more. Inhale, reaching. And exhale, drawing back. Now this time, inhale, reach that arm up overhead. And as you exhale, keep it straight, but we're going to bring it around behind us, and we're going to grab that chair somewhere. Good. And then use that hand to pull your body back to the center. Awesome. Okie dokie. So here we're going to turn sideways in our chair. Okay? Taking the legs and turning them over to your right. All right. So right here, we're going to take our hands and we'll turn towards the back of the chair and grab that chair, okay? As you inhale, sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, slightly turn your heart towards the back of the chair, but turn your head to look away from the back of the chair. Now inhale, unwind the head sitting up tall. And exhale, twist the chest, turn the head. 1 more time. Inhale, unwind slightly. And exhale, twist the chest, turn the head. Now stay here breathing. I really want you to press your feet into the floor. And squeeze your knees towards one another. Did you feel your navel draw in towards your spine? Yeah. So a nice little isometric contraction right here. On your next inhale, slowly release the chest, release the head. And just take a breath or 2 right here, sitting up nice and tall. Good, and we're going to turn around and go in the opposite direction. So facing the other way. All right, so the hands, they're going to turn and grab the back of the chair as the head is going to turn away from the chair, okay? On the inhale, lengthen up through the spine. As you exhale, the chest twists and the head turns. Inhale, release the twist and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist a little, turning the head. 1 more. Inhale, untwist a little bit. And exhale, twist the chest, turn the head. Now I want you to push the feet into the floor and squeeze the knees in towards one another. Did you feel the whole body get very active? Like maybe even an eye might start twitching or something. Good. If you're pressing your feet into the floor so hard that you're getting a cramp, ease up, hero. Take one more deep breath in and a full breath out. Now on your inhale, bring everything back to the center. Take another breath right here. Good, and then go ahead and come back around to the center. So we're going to come up onto our feet, okay? So bringing the chair out in front of you, and we're going to be facing the seat of the chair, okay? Alrighty. So right here, on your inhale, we'll sweep those arms open and up. On the exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your hips, and bring your hands into the chair. As you inhale, straighten your legs and look forward slightly. As you exhale, soften the knees, maybe look down. Now on your inhale, sweep the arms up, come back up to standing. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. As you exhale, sink through chair pose into that forward fold. On the inhale, straighten through the legs, lift the chin slightly. And exhale, soften in the knees, lower the chin. Inhale, arms come all the way open, come back up to standing. And exhale, release the arms down to the sides. Alrighty. So this time, we're going to step our left foot forward, bring it close to the chair, and bring your right foot backwards. So our feet are diagonally separated. They're not right on a tightrope or anything. So we want to have this sense of balance, okay? And we'll bend through the front knee. Now, if your front knee hits the chair, it's there to tell you not to go too far, okay? So we're going to leave the left hand on the hip, and that foot, or the knee is right up next to the chair. All right, so go ahead and straighten the front line. On your inhale, bend the knee, sweep that right arm up overhead. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, bend the knee, the arm goes up. And exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, bend the knee, the arm goes up. And exhale, back down. Now this time, inhale, bend the knee, arm goes up. We're going to stay here. As you exhale, we'll lean forward a little bit. And inhale, lift back up. Again, exhale, lean forward a little bit. And inhale, lifting back up. One more time. Exhale, lean forward a little bit. And inhale, lift back up. Now this time I want you to bring your hands to your hips. On your exhale, we're going to lean forward a little bit. Now stay here. As you inhale, think about lengthening through your spine. And then exhale, curl your hips up underneath. Did you feel that navel come back a little bit? Good. Do it again. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, curl the hips up underneath. Nice. One more time. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, curl the hips up underneath. Now on your next inhale, go ahead and lift all the way back up. And then relax the feet, stepping them together. If that leg is really, really tired right here, maybe pound it out, shake up some of that energy through that leg. You can rub it as well. All right, we're going to go to the other side. All right. Oh, if you need to rock your hips a couple times side to side, feel free to do that as well. All right. So the right foot will come forward and the left foot will step backwards. So both feet are totally flat on the floor. The right foot is up underneath the chair a little bit. All right. We'll leave the right hand on the hip. The left arm is going to be straight and doing all of the movement. As we inhale, we bend the knee, that arm goes up, and exhale, release. Inhale, bend that front knee, the left arm goes up, and exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, bend the knee, and exhale, release. And last one, inhale, bend, and exhale, release. Good. So this time I want you to inhale, bend the knee, the arm goes up, and on the exhale, we lean forward. Inhale, lift up. You can always take the arm out if you need to. Exhale, lean forward. Once more, inhale, lift up, and exhale, lean forward. This time, inhale, lift up, and take that left hand to your hip. On the exhale, we're going to lean forward over that front leg, looking down at the chair. Stay here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, curl the hips up underneath slightly. Draw that navel back. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine a little more. Exhale, curl those hips up underneath. Really pull that navel up and in. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And last one, exhale, curl those hips up underneath. Now as you inhale, lift all the way back up. And then relax the feet. Good. You can pound out that leg if you need to. If you like, you can rub it. You can rock your hips side to side. Good. All right. So right here, we're going to turn and face that chair. And the feet are hips distance apart. We'll soften our knees and then bring your hands into the chair. You can hold on to the sides of the chair, but somewhere, if you were to divide the seat base in half, somewhere on the front side of that chair. We don't want to hit on the back side and it might accidentally fold up underneath us if you in fact have a folding chair. All right. So right here, on your soften through your knees a little bit. And as you inhale, lift your heels up. And then exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels. And exhale, lower the heels. Good. So here I want you to take your right leg and reach it back behind you. It doesn't have to be really high. The toe could be resting on the floor, if that makes sense. Or the heel could be as high as your hip. It's totally up to you. And I want your back toes to point down at the floor. That helps keep the hips level. All right. So here, we're just going to do little pulses through that back leg. So this is like a variation of our Warrior 3, yeah? Just little pulses right there. Good. And then release through the pulse. And we're going to lift that left heel up off the floor and then lower it back down. Now, if you got some plantar fasciitis going on and that is really, really painful, then leave that out. And lift that heel and then lower. Did you feel how your arms have to get really active? Let's do it one more time. Lift that heel and then lower down, and we'll lower that right foot to the floor. Ooh, when you release that foot, did you feel your left glute like let go and be like, ah? All right, so go ahead, soften your knees, come up to standing, and shake your hands out. Maybe roll your wrist around a few times. and go in both directions. Good. And then we'll go to that, we got to do the other side, right? Right? Okay. All right. So soften in your knees, bring your hands into the chair. And this time, we'll shift the weight into our right foot and we'll reach that left leg back behind us. It doesn't have to be really high. But I do want your toes to point straight down at the floor. This keeps the hips level with one another so that they're not going all crazy. Right here. All right. So a few pulses, lifting that back leg up away from the floor. It doesn't have to be fast. It can be as slow as you need. We just want to get the back side of the body activated. Good. And then we'll kind of release that pulsing. And we're going to go and work with that right heel. So on your inhale, lift the right heel up off the floor. And then exhale, lower back down. We'll do it again. Inhale, lift the right heel. Feel all the work in that leg. And then lower back down. One more time. Lift that right heel. Nice. And then lower down. Good. And then lower that left foot to the floor. Feel that right leg go, oh my gosh, thank you. And then we'll soften through those knees and come all the way up to standing. Go ahead and roll those wrists again. Good. All righty. So right here, turning and facing the chair still. Let's see here. Yeah. So we'll bring the right foot up close to the chair, and we'll take the left foot and bring it backwards. This time, our feet are on railroad tracks, okay? Right here, we're going to hinge forward at the hips, and bringing the hands to the chair. So you might stay right here if you have some severe limited range of motion going on. You might be able to bring your elbows down into the chair. So this is all we're going. And if you'd like to have a little bit more intensity, maybe you bring your head into the chair. That's for all y'all limber folks. So think about your left hip shifting forward, your right hip shifting back. Good. And we're going to bring the left arm, it's going to come sideways in the chair. And we're going to take our right hand and bring it to the right hip. And then push that hip backwards. Did you feel the length down that side of the waist? Yeah, that's a really great stretch right there. And then when you're ready, we'll bring those forearms or those hands, we'll lift up onto the hands. All right, and then we're going to switch feet, but here, we're going to switch our feet into downward facing dog. So step your front foot backwards, coming into that down dog. So the hands are on the seat base, and we shift those hips backwards so we can get a nice big stretch through our torso, through the backs of the legs. The whole back body is getting a great stretch. All right, so we're going to come forward and then bring that left foot forward up underneath the chair. Okay? So the right foot is flat on the floor, so is the left. The hips are squared towards the chair. You can stay up high on the hands, or if you want, you can lower down onto the elbows. So certainly if you're taller, this might be more of a, maybe you need to bend the knee to make that happen. So think about your left hip shifting backwards, the right hip drawing forward. And if you like, this is just an option. If you like, you can bring your right forearm into the chair sideways. Take the left hand on the left hip and push it backwards. Reach the crown of the head forward, stretching long through that side of the waist. Take another deep breath in right here. And then when you're ready, we'll bring both hands into the chair. Start to lift our chest up away from the chair and step back into that downward facing dog. Take another deep breath in right here. When you're ready, lift your head and look forward to the chair. We'll start to lean towards the chair and then step your feet forward. Move as slowly as you need to. We're going to soften the knees here so we kind of look like we're getting ready to sit back into a chair. And then as we inhale, we'll lift those arms forward and up. So they might be straight forward, they might be higher, they might be lifted quite high. It's up to you. On your next inhale, push to standing. And then as you exhale, relax those arms to the sides. All right, my friends, so we have one more standing posture that we're going to be doing, and it is a balance. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways so that I can hang on to the chair, okay? So let me bring it into the center. All right, so very simple balance. The leg that's closest to the chair is the standing leg. The leg furthest away from the chair is the leg that's going to be up in the air, okay? So right here, I want you to lift your left heel up off the floor. You feel, when you did that, you felt all of the weight shift into that right foot. So you can use the chair as well. We're going to lift that left foot up off the floor. That's it. Piece of cake, yeah? All right, now I want you to think about lifting that arm, reaching it for the ceiling. We're still breathing, right, Rosemary? Still breathing? Now, can you do maybe just your fingertips on the chair? Or can you maybe not hang on to the chair at all? So some of you might be able to reach those arms, both arms straight up into the air. Great. Now, if you need to keep a toe on the floor to do that, you can do that too, or you can leave the hand on the chair. We're still breathing. Think about pulling that navel up and in towards the spine. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly start to lower the foot to the floor, lower the arms down. And right here, if you need to rock those hips side to side, go for it. All right, so I'm going to come around to the other side of my chair. You can do the same. And we're going to do the same balance, just on the opposite leg. So hanging on to the chair, the leg closest to the chair is our standing leg. And we'll lift the other heel. So shifting the weight into the standing leg. When you're ready, you can lift the foot up off of the floor if that works for you. If you need to leave your toe down, go right ahead. But take it to where it works for you. The hips are still nice and level. And then if you like, you can take your other arm and reach it straight up to the ceiling. Still breathing. Then maybe the fingertips are just barely on the chair. Or maybe you're not using the chair. Maybe you're taking the arms up. That's okay too. It will get a little more wobbly. That's okay. And you might have one side a little more wobbly than the other. That's okay. We'll take 2 more breaths right here. And then when you're ready, let that foot come back down to the floor. Release through the arms. And then rock those hips side to side. Good job. All right, my friends. So we need to stretch out this front side of our body for just a moment. All right. So we're going to have a seat. Turning to one side on your chair. And we're going to take the one foot that's on the front side of the chair. And so maybe only half of your bottom is on the chair. The other side is, the other arm is hanging onto your chair. So we're going to walk that leg backwards, trying to stretch that leg out if you can. If it doesn't go straight, no problem. We really just want to feel a stretch on the front side of this hip. So maybe you have options. Maybe you have the range of motion where you can grab the ankle and bring that foot up towards your bum. Maybe you're here with the foot behind you and you do it from the other end and you reach that arm up towards the ceiling behind you. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release. Nice. And we'll switch, turning around and doing the opposite side. So options here is just taking that foot back behind you, straightening through the leg as much as you can. If you need more, you might take that arm up or even lean back a little bit with the shoulders. Another option, grabbing the ankle, letting the knee point at the floor, pulling the heel in towards the hip. So using whichever option makes most sense for you. And then we'll go ahead and release. All right, my friends, so we're going to grab that second chair and bring it in front of you. I'm going to turn mine sideways so you can see me, but you can turn yours however you like. And we're going to bring both of those feet up into the chair. All right. So sitting here nice and tall, as we inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And on the exhale, bring your hands down to your knees, just the knees. On your inhale, push down through your hands, lift up through your chest, and then exhale, lean forward a little more. Maybe your hands come down your legs a little bit. Good. Inhale, lift up through your chest, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, lean forward one more time. Inhale, lift up. As you exhale, walk your hands down your legs as far as is comfortable for you. Now, if you're worried about your upper body rounding too far, maybe you have some kyphosis going on, and you want to grab a hold of the back of your chair, you can. This will help keep your shoulders backwards, and you're also getting a nice big stretch through the back of the body. Taking a few breaths in and out right here. And then on your next inhale, we'll release all the way back up. So you have this option right here. We're getting ready to go into our Shavasana. So right here, inhale, reach the arms open and up. Exhale, bring the arms back down. Again, inhale, reach the arms open and up. And exhale, back down. And last one, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, back down. Good. So you're welcome to stay here with your feet up in the chair if that works for you. If you need to, you can bring your feet flat on the floor and sit as if you were going to meditate. Or you can lay down on the floor, you can lay down on the couch, heck, push everything off the kitchen table and lay down on that sucker too. Whatever makes sense for you. Then I want you to get very comfortable inside of your Shavasana pose, picking a position where you're able to be cozy for a few minutes. And once you find yourself in that space, go ahead and close your eyes. Taking some long, smooth breaths in and some long, smooth breaths out. And notice, is there a sense of energy residing right around the navel region? We have been doing some balancing today, working through that area, strengthening it, fortifying all of the muscles and the structure around it. So giving yourself permission to rest in that space right around the navel. And in your mind, picturing an orange glowing light right there. And as you breathe in, that glowing light gets a little bolder, a little brighter. As you breathe out, it gets a little bigger. And that glowing light doesn't seem to get smaller, it only gets bigger. Its light begins to flood down the lengths of the legs to the feet. And it starts to rush up the spine, up the torso, out the arms to the fingertips and up to the crown of the head. Feeling that orange glowing light, so bright, so bold, that it can no longer be contained within your body. Feeling your entire body glowing with this powerful orange energy, so that as you move throughout the rest of your day, your body feels strong and stable. Begin to deepen your breath. We'll start to move the fingertips, move the toe tips, rolling the wrists and the ankles, and stretching the arms up overhead. Reach long fingertip to toe tip. When you're ready, start to bring the arms back down to your sides. And if you're lying down, go ahead and press yourself up. And if you're seated, drop your chin to your chest. On our next inhale, we'll sweep the arms open and up. As you exhale, bringing the hands together at the heart. Thank you for sharing part of your day with us. It has been an honor to serve you this afternoon. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.